Thanks to everyone who commented on the last video about my sunscreen on sale impulse buy. Those of you who shared your own pitfalls have inspired this next video about bulk buys and calculating the price per unit. In video 10, Things Don't Just Cost Me in Dollars, I touched on how years ago I used to pay for a warehouse club membership, but I stopped that because I'm only one person and I don't need most items in that kind of volume. I also shared how the free gift with purchase used to be my Achilles heel. Well, with the advent of online shopping, free shipping became my new Achilles heel. I can't count the number of times I've put extra items in my shopping cart to qualify for free shipping. Extra items that I truly didn't need. I still have to fight that temptation now, but I'm acutely aware that it's a marketing ploy, and now I check myself. I'm betting a lot of us do the math on how to get the best buy. Doing the math on price per unit has most certainly gotten me into trouble before. Like when someone I met wore a fragrance that really caught my attention. I asked her what it was, and she told me it was this roll-on perfume oil. Did I get just the scent she was wearing? No. Why? Because if I bought a certain quantity, I'd get 10 or 20% off. So I went haywire, checking out all the different scents and buying way more than I needed. I haven't used these in forever, but I dug them out after reading Diana's comment about buying 12 of her favorite moisturizer in order to get the case discount. I made the mistake of smelling the scents again, and now the idea of parting with them is hard. I wish I had just put them with my other items for donation, but now the nice smelling genie is out of the roll-on bottles. I'm going to commit to working on letting at least some of them go. I've also purchased the larger size of a product because it's so much cheaper per ounce than buying the small size. But how much do I actually need? I like Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Is that how you pronounce it? Castile? And the last time I bought it, I got the largest size bottle because it was the lowest price per ounce. But it took forever for me to use it up. Towards the end, I actually got irritated looking at the ginormous bottle with only a little bit of soap left inside because it took up so much space. I've decided that from now on, I'm only going to buy the smaller, daintier size bottle, even if it costs more per ounce, because the smaller bottle doesn't crowd my brain and stress me out. I'm willing to pay more per ounce in exchange for mental tranquility. When I do the price per unit math, an important part of the equation that is left out is the X factor of open space, comfort, unburdened mind, room to breathe, room to live, happiness. I've learned the hard way that I can't put a dollar amount on those things in a mathematical calculation because they're priceless. So while the price per unit in dollars looks to be a bargain, it could actually cost me so much more in the long run. As I said in the last video, I've made it kind of a game to challenge myself and see how long I can go before restocking on an item. I'm doing this to get more comfortable with the thought of possibly running out of something. Throughout my life, I've been so afraid of that. But ultimately, I want to reach a place of balance. Part of this journey feels like a pendulum. For decades, I've been living at one extreme. Now I'm trying to test myself at the other extreme, kind of like austerity measures a country imposes when it's in economic crisis. It's not forever, just a step towards achieving balance. Over time, hopefully, I'll end up towards the middle. There are a few things that I'm comfortable purchasing in bulk, things that I use on a regular basis, things that don't expire, things that don't take up too much space. Toilet paper, I mentioned in the last video, is important to have on reserve for obvious reasons. But even that, the most I ever buy at once is a 12-roll pack. I've got 2 cats. The equivalent to my toilet paper is cat litter and litter box liners for them. I prefer to use clay litter without any additives. For some reason, that's not very easy to find these days. They're all scented or clumping, which my vet recommends avoiding. The store that carries plain unscented clay litter is quite far from me, so I buy 6 bags at a time and keep them in my garage. I also buy litter box liners in bulk from an online shop. It's significantly cheaper to buy 2 cases at a time. I keep those in the garage as well, and they don't take up a lot of space. There is one time when I did the math and it paid off. I hate going to the gym, but I know it's important to exercise. To get myself to go on a regular basis, I paid upfront for an annual membership. You can also pay per visit. So I took the annual price I paid and divided it by the $15 per visit price to figure out how many times I had to go a month to at least break even with the per visit price. And it came to 4 visits a month. What I didn't know when I signed up was that as long as I stay a member, my annual renewal price remains the same forever. But they raise the per visit price periodically. Now it's $20 for one day, and I break even after I go 3 times a month. So the longer I stay a member of this gym, the fewer times per month I have to go to break even. If I live long enough, I'll barely have to go at all.